going to a churches, you know, you never know what you're going to
at all.
But I think this is probably by far probably the worst because we had these wooden chairs and we had the drums sitting on the chair. There was no bass drum. Like when we first when I first was playing over there, there was no bass drum. There was I think it was, I'm trying to remember okay, I remember. So it's two chairs, it's two wooden chairs. Both of them had it's one chair with the snare drum, and I believe the other one's like a floor tom, which was really bad.
But it didn't have no legs because it's sitting on the chair.
I don't think it had legs. It's so man. I'm like 4 or 5, 6 years old. So, but I do remember this. There was another wooden chair to where I had like a crash cymbal, but it was a crash cymbal with the like the handles like in marching band, like a cloth handle, and I used to have the cymbal hang on the corner of the chair, and it would just sit.
Wow. Wow.
It was like, hey man. It was like my imaginary drum set. I'm gonna make the best of this.
Wow, to have a cymbal sitting on the corner of a chair.
Yeah.
So how do you hit it and it not fall?
I'll just hit it and it never fell. I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
But to me that was the best drum set in my life because I just wanted to play the drum. Okay,
so you play the drum. So you're playing. You start off playing drums, and you get you get a little bit older. What brought on the I guess you could say the want to play keys?
Okay, so wanted to play keys
because you're mostly known as a keyboard player for the most part.
Yeah, so wanted to play keys. It was a certain point in time playing drums where I think I just started getting interested in just playing another instrument.
Okay.
Drums was getting a little boring.
Okay.
At some point in time, and I just wanted to try something different.
Okay.
And, we had a keyboard or piano at home, and I used to just whatever records come on, I used to just try to pick up and play them. And then my mom, like me telling you, my mom, she showed me like the basic stuff, like where all the notes was, and she tried to put music in my face to read, but at the time I want to play what I hear in church.
Right.
You know how most, some kids, they just want to, especially church, you want to just.
You want to learn all the licks and the praise breaks and all.
Yeah, I want to learn all.
Well, it wasn't praise breaks back then; it was shout music.
Yeah, right. So, but that's how that came about, man. I started playing at home or trying to, figure out how these chords work and trying to play runs and all of that, and went from there.
Okay. What was the very first song that you learned on keys?
That's a good question. So
do you remember?
The first song was I think it was a quartet song called Come Along. Come along, my friend.
Oh, Ken Spirituals.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen, you can't miss me with no quartet, man.
Yeah.
I came up on quartet music, man. Like before I knew who Kurt Franklin was, because my parents were older. My dad's from Mississippi, mom's from Georgia. They moved to Texas, made sex, and had me.
Right
on.
Okay.
So, but yeah, but they were older or whatever. But so before I knew who any of the mainstream contemporary gospel artists were, Ken Spirituals, Pilgrim Jubilees, Mighty Clouds of Joy, Slim and the Supreme Angels, like that's what I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel that. Okay, bet, that's what's up. So now let me ask you about this. Because being in church, learning the tunes and stuff are cool and all that stuff, but there's I'm not gonna say a weakness that most like organ and keyboard players have, but you find out that a lot of guys don't really know how to back a preacher, right? So did you struggle with backing a preacher, coming up?
Well,
like how did you know how to do that?
Oh,
that thing.
So when I first started, I was on the keyboard at first. That was probably within the first year I was playing. And then when I switched to organ was when my dad basically sat down from pastoring, and we started going to another church. This other church I went to, the organist in Midland, he was kind of like the guy.
Okay.
So his name's Tim Weatherspoon.
Okay.
And he was like in Midland, he was like the guy, especially like on organ.
Mm-hmm.
So like I used to sit next to him every Sunday and just try to just take in everything like far as playing. But as far as the hooping and all that, it's almost like a rhythm to where you got to play in between the words.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like once you get that, and then you pretty much good. Now, I kind of have a funny story. During my high school years, I was at this point where I was able to carry service and carry myself as a musician.
Okay.
So it was a church I played for a while in Cleburne, and this preacher preached one Sunday. He had the stuttering problem.
Okay.
Bro, when I tell you,
I don't think you ever told me that.
No, I didn't. This
Okay.
literally just came to mind when we talking about this hooping. So
Backing a preacher that got a stuttering problem.
When I-
Somebody make a
Bruh.
a skit of that. That is hilarious.
bro, when I tell you I struggled, Reverend,
That's fun. The visual is hilarious.
it ain't even nothing else to say.
Backing
Like,
a preacher with a stuttering problem. That's hilarious.
yeah, so yeah, I'm just leave that on that note.
Oh man. Okay.